had their white paper to write their names and dreams. I didn't expect the children who were usually mischievous. At this moment, they all wrote it down seriously. Their life is like a blank sheet of paper. No one knows what will happen in the future. What kind of ending will there be? At night he lay in bed, looking carefully at each student's dream. Some wanted to be firefighters. Some wanted to be a cowboy in the West. They wanted to be a teacher, except for the one who wanted to be a teacher. That day Matthew learned from his colleagues. Every Saturday, the kid who waited at the school gate was named Mike. Both of his parents had died. Now he is an orphan. At night, there was a song coming from the dormitory. They sang songs that mocked Matthew, but Matthew Wells was not angry, because Matthew found that they sang very well. Seeing this, Matthew couldn't help but have a sudden idea, that is, decided to use music to change them. The next day, Matthew told them to form a choir. Let them each sing 2 lines. Then he gave them chorus positions. If you can't sing, you can be a human support. Do not give up on anyone. And that was it. A simple choir came out. But the well here does not include Imoanchi, because he was punished by the principal to clean up. But he would often climb outside the door to eavesdrop. He would also take advantage of the end of class, sneak into the classroom to sing a few lines. When everyone thought things were starting to get better, someone came to school. This kid was relatively the most rebellious. He smoked, drank and did everything. Not only did he provoke Matthew, and even spit smoke rings in Matthew's face. What will happen to them next? This day the lovely Mike was bullied. The reason is that Mentone is here to collect protection money. Those who have money can sleep in the dormitory. Mike, who had no money, was kicked out of the dormitory. Matthew was very angry when he found out. He decided to teach Mundung a lesson. The two of them were at the same time, smoking and drinking in the classroom secretly. Matthew was angry and found him. The wolf ruthlessly admonished it a beating. When he was about to leave, suddenly he heard the best sound in the world. He looked through the window. He saw a little boy singing. He couldn't believe that Imoanchi in front of him. He couldn't believe that Imoanchi had an amazing musical talent. So he took Imoanchi in as his disciple. He gave him extra lessons after school. He put his dream of music on Imoanchi. He hoped that he could take his place to realize his musical dreams. Slowly, the children also liked music. Every day, they sang in the classroom. Even the stern principal has changed. He let go of his old majesty. He got involved with the children, became a kind old grandfather. A group photo was taken for this purpose. Happiness came so suddenly, until one day, the principal's 100,000 francs was stolen. The principal who had just changed. He also changed back to his old stern self. He put his suspicion on Menton. He slapped Mundung several times. No matter how much he asked him, he refused to admit that he had stolen the money. In fact, it was Mark who stole the money. It was just the principal's personal prejudice. He decided that Meng Dong had stolen it, so he was sent to the juvenile detention center. The wrong way of education made the boy go further and further away. Before he left, smiled evilly at Matthew. It didn't take long to restore the usual calm. They practiced every day. Unexpectedly, they alerted the countess nearby. The countess wrote to say she wanted to see a performance. Matthew agreed. Matthew had their white